Okay, so I wanted to talk. I had heard somebody talking about what had changed so much in their life with their personal growth was being able to find purpose, to find something that they feel good about themselves when they were doing it. And that will help some people just to go right into, finding your purpose and start working on that. But there's also, though, a lot of people who are not emotionally ready to do that. They are the ones who need to have the healing. So don't, purpose is a great, like I have purpose. I've found purpose. They showed me my purpose. They told me my purpose. And they tell me and tell me and tell me and tell me over and over and over and over. So like I know mine, but I do a lot of healing and I can go into and be excited, feel like, oh, it all makes sense, my life has meaning. And, but you also, like I had to do a lot of healing to get to that point, So, I mean, there could be some people who are just, ready to jump right into purpose, but I don't know. I think that, be gentle with yourself and know, like, you deserve to have some healing too. And, the deprogramming yourself and then reprogramming yourself is a big job. It is noticing every single time. Like I tell you, I notice the weirdest rules. Like, why are we told how many times to eat a day? And we have so many obese people. Why are we told what to eat when most of it, our body can't even process it, and it's giving people horrible digestive disorders? Why are we told to brush our teeth several times a day and to use fluoride? And why are we told to buy underwear if we want to be, get through the pearly gates? If you want to be a virtuous person, you must wear the underclothing. It's like, what? Just all of the different things, whatever stuff comes up in your life, to me, that is noticing those rules of like, okay, what is this rule for? Who made it? Who am I trying to please by doing it? Is this even aligned with my own values? What are my values? Do I know my own values? Because the people who have been teaching you have none. They are the most unethical, unscrupulous. They are, evil on steroids. They have no integrity. They have no morals. The only thing that they are focused on is self-indulgent. Greed is their god. They'll do anything for money, and they'll do anything for power. And, get a bunch of them together and look what we got. We're in it. So, yeah. But these people who have been in charge of our programming, they are those, so you've got to break free from all their stuff. There's either an agenda to take you down, or it is just misinformation to confuse you. And that's the main thing that people are just want so bad right now is, they're waking up and they just want the truth. Like, what is the truth? We just want the truth. And, I feel lucky enough that I was being told the truth from, the people who were talking out in the, wherever you want to think of it, out in the sky. People who are talking out in the sky, talking to me, like they started telling me the truth. So I knew the truth. I just couldn't understand why nobody else could figure it out. But, that's just part of my journey of what I was here for. And, but when you do start recognizing, what is going on, then, it's taking your life into your own hands. Ugh. Used to be literally. But now, we're at a time that you can take your life into your own hands and take control of it. And, mastering self. And that is figuring out, I think the rules thing is a pretty good thing to notice, of just to find out your own alignment, start noticing the things you follow, the things that you think make you, virtuous, that's going to get you through the pearly gates, because that's what everything is based on, And even if it's not that they're using it as Jesus and God or whoever, their pearly gates, it's science pearly gates. You know, it's wherever it is that you're trying to get to feel like, oh, you know, I'm there, I know, and stuff like that. And you know, there's so much about it with this virtuous, you know, like I'm better than you kind of mentality, and that's we've got to break away from that. You know, we got to get on equal ground. They've done everything they can to divide us and to confuse us, and you know, they've divided us on every issue possible that we can find to come together on. So you yourself have to overlook these things, you know. You have to see, like, these things don't matter, you know. There's so much stuff that does not matter, but they tell you it matters, and it doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. And you know, that it's just to keep you looking at the screen, the big screen, you know, the one they're keeping you distracted from with. So, you know, and they're always going to put the most outrageous things up there because they know, you know, that captures an audience. You know, everybody's going to turn and look if an explosion goes off. Yeah. So that's what they're doing all the time on their big screen. Explosion, trauma, drama is just, you know, keep you beat down. And then that's why people just like, I can't watch anymore. I've just got to go live my life. I've got to go to work. I've got to survive. I've got to pay my bills. And, you know, because of what they're doing. When that's not even what's really going on. That's just they're winning when they get you to stop looking. Because that's what they're trying to do, is just get you so beat down and hopeless you don't want to watch. You have to get focused on what you're supposed to do for them. Work. Spend your money. You know, and their fucking agenda, you know, to get it to now, you know, that is so crazy how they want to, you know, hurt us. I mean, they've got, you know, fires going all around. They're burning everything down so they can herd us into their little their smart cities that they're developing. And it's just a giant prison. It's just a giant fucking prison. A smart city is a prison. Yeah. You can go to work, you know, just the same way as in prison. Well, you can get a assigned job somewhere. You don't own anything. You get to sell. You know, they're watching you at all times. I mean, we've already seen what they want to do about free speech. You know, they would definitely, anybody who thought that they had that right would be taken out to slaughter. No doubt about it. You know, they don't need it. They don't need most of us. They just need a few, you know, easy peasy, genderless, identityless, well-programmed, compliant people to do what they say. And they're going after our kids. That's who they're trying to create this new, their perfect little race of people, you know, and we see them. We know what they're doing, you know, and I'm at the age now where I'm like one of the ones where they're like, get rid of the old ones. We don't want them passing on any of the real history. I don't want anybody talking about what really went on. No, we got to just keep them, you know, we can tell them whatever we want when we don't have other people here to say, like, that's not what happened. No. You know, it's so funny. This is just a totally weird thing. But I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and she was talking about something like a stomach bud or something like that. And I said, what the hell's a stomach bud? And she said it's, you know, when your stomach sticks out and, you know, line up it or something. I don't know. But I guess they have labeled it as stomach butt, you know, women who want to beat their bodies down and be self-destructive. And so I was saying it's so funny, you know, I don't know anything about stomach butt, but I said that I remember the camel toe. And I said, what's funny about it is that when I was younger, women would wear these really tight, low pants, bell bottoms, you know, it was back in the 70s. And that's what they wanted to show. I said they would do that to purposely show that, like they were showing off or something. And, you know, like when a man wants to wear his pants too tight or something and show what's down there. So I said that it was like they were proud of it. And then I said, as time went on, then it started becoming like, you know, like it was a bad thing. I said, it's just like it's generation to generation how they look at things. But when it first came to, I mean, it could have been invented before that. And it meant something else a long time ago. Well, they didn't even wear jeans a long time ago. So, yeah, I mean, jeans are like new, so it couldn't have been that long ago. But anyways, it's just funny how things like that change. But we don't understand any of this stuff unless we have people who are here to tell us what each, you know, one has represented is in our culture for us to, you know, evolve as human beings. And that's what they want to repress. They don't want us to evolve. And it's so crazy is because, you know, they talk all the time about this thing with our DNA, that it's not all on. Our whole brain isn't even on. You know, that we've got this other stuff that's waiting to get ignited. Well, once it does, I mean, just imagine, you know, what the implications are for your consciousness and stuff like that. You know, I'm just really excited for the future of humanity and the abilities to in the life experience that you can go through that will be presented now for Earth. I just find it's going to be so exciting. And it's also going to be so exciting is that we don't have to die. You know, we can decide when we want to go. So we don't have to, you know, it's not like, oh, you know, is it going to be today? Who knows? A tree could fall and hit me on the head. I could die any second. You know, it's just so crazy how many people just fear that when it doesn't just happen. It's not just like an accident could happen and take you out. It would be your accident would happen to take you home. You know, but we look at it so weird, like we got to fear, oh, something could happen any minute. No, when it happens, if you don't die, it was a part of either to stop you on the wrong path, or it was some kind of lesson that you came here to learn and stuff. But we have all got it in our head to be victimized by life, and that's part of the reprogramming your brain. But you have to deprogram the stuff that's I've already filled in there. That's why I talk about like getting rid of the rules. You know, for me, that's an easy one to start noticing. It's just question yourself, you know, figure out your own moral fiber and, you know, don't be reactive. Like take a minute when you're in a conversation, take a minute, think, you know, how will, if I say this, how is it presented? There's no way you can know for everybody, you know what I mean? But take a minute to think, you know, like if I affect this person this way, how am I going to feel about it? If I affect this person this way, how am I going to feel about it? Is it really that important for me to say my opinion? You know, I'm getting more and more and more. To me, you know, like, no, I'm, you know, just listen to people and not give my opinion. And I find it kind of hard because when you do that, you'll just sit there and just listen. People don't like that either. They'll be like, oh, okay, got nothing to say. Could you say something? Are you listening and stuff? And it's like, I'm listening. I don't know what to say. I mean, especially if you're, in my case, everything you say, you know, you get told you're a crazy person to shut up. So, yeah, I get but maybe I'm like hypersensitive to it, and I'd rather be like, do I really need to say this now? Some of the things I'm just surprised how it gets turned into something different than how it's meant. So, but anyways, just going in and looking at your own self. And another great place to start is following your desires. We all have desires in us that make us want to create something. Doesn't matter what it is, but there's something in us as human beings that is that God part of us that we want to create something. We want to make something beautiful. We want to create our experience and stuff. So looking for your own creativity, I would say those kinds of things before just finding your purpose. Your purpose will come to you at your right time of healing. I feel your purpose will come to you. You don't have to go out and search it. What you have to do is just work on you, and then things will start to fall in place. You'll know your direction of which way you want to go. Once you know your direction, your stuff will come to you. So, I just say that the most important thing is all the stuff that's going on and you're going through, and whatever, emotional place you find yourself, is to just really, if you think it's selfish and you think that, that, you've got children to take care of and blah, 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 you're not taking care of them well if you're not your best self. So you do need to take some time to yourself and just focus on your healing, whether it's, saying, hey, everybody can go outside and play while I take a bath for an hour, sit in there and meditate. That is so healing, so healing. Just that connection, your connection, you will get so much insight and so much, not just drive, but so much direction. You'll it is a really good time to find yourself. That's all I can say. And but we all have our own different ones. Like my daughter loves to jog. She says she finds herself jogging. It does a lot of things inside of her head. She thinks as she's jogging, it gives her insights and stuff like that. So we all have different ones. So, just find yours. That's part of the journey. And getting to know yourself. So, just start with that. There was something else I was going to talk about, but I'll be back in a sec.